driving around the Bay Area, there is no doubt you have seen these signs before. Blind child or deaf child, letting drivers know to be extra careful because there might be someone playing that may not be aware of the traffic dangers. Well, a father wanted a similar one to protect his child from autism, but he hit a roadblock with the county. This father is refusing to give up. Fox 13's Alcida Segui's Life Force in Citrus County with a look at this determined father's push to keep his son safe. Good morning.
Like all parents, we will do absolutely anything to protect our children. That's the case in this story. Chris James is trying to add signage, whether it be autism child at play, whatever the case may be, to make sure your child is safe. Chris, thanks for being with us. Unfortunately, Grayson is inside, just not feeling so hot, which I understand it's hot and humid out here. Thanks for being with us. So you contacted the county, Citrus County, and what did they tell you?
Basically, that it wasn't their responsibility to put up any type of signage to make anybody aware that he was autistic or had any type of disability, or to be aware of his surroundings, being that he's nonverbal. That just wasn't their responsibility to do anything.
And instead, you've put together the autistic child at play, pretty much what you have created, and put him closer to the roadway. And Grayson, 3 years old, is has low functioning autism. And because of that, you worry. I mean, you look at the backyard, and there's a lot that goes into this. The backyard is wide open, and you thought about adding a fence, and you've put in a permit for that, but you were rejected for that permit for a variety of reasons that we don't need to get into. But at this point, there's no fence, so he could be playing right there in that little area, and all of a sudden jet out in the road, and that's what you worry about.
Exactly.
Because if you tell him to stop, he's not gonna respond at all.
He's not going to respond at all to that. He's at the point where he doesn't understand normal functioning, where it's like stop, go, yes, no. He doesn't get the gist of those simple words that we take for granted every day. Being 25 feet from the road, because that's about what it is, 25, 27 feet, and that hill. I mean, that's anybody's subdivision. I've got tremendous feedback from a lot of parents on Facebook just within the 24 hours of saying, we have the same problem in our development, and my child's 10 years old. I hate to see, your child at 3 years old going through the same thing. So it's kind of hard to feel that I don't want this just to be centered around one child. I don't want it centered around one neighborhood. I want it centered around everybody, among, just not one disability, but all of them. It shouldn't be just one specific thing. It should be every disability there is. And then it should be just a parent simply saying, here's proof that there's something wrong with my child, and I want the neighborhood to be aware that when he is outside playing or she's outside playing, just be aware that, they may run in the street, and just be prepared that you may have to slam on your brakes and stop. Because a lot of residential places are 25-mile-an-hour zones, but unfortunately we don't even have those posted here.
Let's talk about the petition you've put together. You've gotten over 100 people to sign it, which, by the way, if you want to sign that petition yourself, go to our website, fox13news.com, and hopefully you can gather some movement. Contact FDOT, Florida Department of Transportation, local lawmakers as well, of course the Citrus County Commission, to see if something can get done.
I think,
but more of a national level.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to go from small town Homosassa to worldwide, but if one person can make a difference, then if it takes me being that one person, or that one person having to be the voice for the child that doesn't have the voice, then
Grayson's voice.
Exactly. If that's what it takes for me to have to do to Tallahassee, to DC, to wherever I've got to go to make sure that all these kids are protected no matter what, then that's what we'll do.
Yeah. I can tell you, we get a lot of feedback at our station, too. I appreciate it. Chris, thanks so much. I know you'll join us coming up the next hour as well. Hopefully, Grayson will come on here, too. This guy's such an adorable kid, too. Such a beautiful smile. So, again, if you're interested on signing that petition, go to our website, fox13news.com. We have that petition listed there. It seems, Laura, like something so small can't get done. But at this point, Chris says it just hasn't, whether that be the fence or just the signage. But hopefully we'll get the ball rolling on this, and hopefully someone here in the Citrus County area will be watching, hopefully one of the local lawmakers as well, and see if we can get something done. Right, Tim?
And, as Chris said, this is not about a singular act or a singular sign. This is about a precedent
It's not.
Set for other children across the board.
Yeah, and, I went online and searched autism signage roadway. And I've only saw one story. I saw one story in which a reporter did a story about this child who had autism, low functioning autism. His mom wanted to do something very similar to this, and they got it pushed through. And I believe that was in Wisconsin. But only one story that I saw that I Googled. And you would think that this is something that's more prevalent across the country, that more parents would need something like this. And I'm sure there are. I'm
Right.
sure there are tons of parents out there that are hoping for the same exact thing, and hopefully we can all come together and come to a solution.
It's true. It is a compelling plea. Thank you, Alcides.